Alrighty, girls. Adrian Nelson here, and I've just finished the last of series of readings for Twin Flame Love. Also made a video for Twin Flame Love. And these are coming up sort of like in the later part of November. That is the amazing thing about. So for those of you that's here for the first time, hi, welcome. You know, I don't know, I've sort of like just started chatting about what I do after reading. It's just a way of checking in with you, and I hope that you're doing well. I had a bit of a moment there during these readings, the one with Leo, where today's a Sunday, it's in Cape Town. I don't really know what the date is. It's November the 19th, 2023. And, okay, wait, no. You know, I was realizing I'm sitting here, and it's a Sunday morning. It's a beautiful morning. And it's turning summer in Cape Town, so it's quite hot today. But yesterday's been quite cool as well as today. And today's a Sunday. And you know what? I was thinking that last week, my personal energy, my personal spirit, my personal being was a little tense, you know? And so because of that, I think my experience of life was a little tense. And I remember there was a lot of commotion around me. And that's, okay, so that's something nice. Let me talk about that. You know, I don't really ever know where this is going to go. This is just me packing up the cards, you know, cleansing the energy, and then just chatting to you while I do so. Behind the scenes, if you will. Okay, maybe do you need some light? I didn't use a ring light to record this because I'm right next to the window. But maybe I should give you some light. Okay. What are we doing here? Alright, so let's talk, my people. How you doing? Are we going to get some light? Oh, that's very weak. Does it make a difference? I don't think so. Let's maybe bring it a little closer. Anyway, so I was thinking, so last week, my personal energy, okay, that's off, was a little chaotic. So my experience of life was a little chaotic, you know, around me. There was all sorts of things that were happening, and it was very, very unsettling when those things were happening. But I believe, you know, and the whole week I kept on asking, you know, Source, what is the reason for this? What is the reason for this? What is the message? You know, what am I missing? And I couldn't find the message. You know, that's the thing. It's about asking and waiting for the answer to come to you. I always find it so funky when you get like those circles the ring lights make in the crystals. And I couldn't find out what the answer was. Temperance energy. We're all learning. We're all moving to a new earth. We're all learning. And so this past week, you know, the key really to, sorry, I'm just backing up what I'm saying to you. The key really to in my experience, you know, to channeling quite powerfully is to get that thinking mind out of the way. Okay? I mean, even if you listen to my readings and you listen to me now just sort of talking, it feels a little different, you know, because this is me just in a chatty vibe and my mind goes all over the place. Whereas the readings, you know, they're more channeled. But, you know, so I like to do tarot because with tarot I'm able to, I think a lot of people refer to it as going into the zone. You know, I go into like a different space, like a different mindset, almost like a different dimension, different vibration. And I step out of my thinking mind and my worrying mind and my concerning mind and my pondering mind, you know, from the ego that want to give you all sorts of like drama and stuff. And so sometimes, with humans being humans, you know, I would maybe say that I can't do a reading now because, you know, I'm not able to connect, and that is when I'm having difficulty tapping into that space. You know, so as a psychic practitioner, I believe it to be very, very important to really invest quite heavily and quite consciously into, oh, look at that, the world. Wheel of Fortune, good fortune coming your way. Claim that for yourself. Place your hand on your heart and breathe it in and say yes. It's very powerful when you do that, Very powerful. I speak about that in that you have nothing, you have 100% nothing to lose. Because we don't, always just energy, I love how it feels stepping into the energy of the collective consciousness, because it's such a beautiful thing, it's such a beautiful connector. And even what's standing in the Reiki healing energy with the Lemurian quartz, which was a gift from a beautiful friend of mine, it's about connecting in the heart, because that's what tarot's really all about. I mean, tarot is really powerful, but a lot of tarot has been very watered down, and even with Reiki, it's very watered down, which is sad. But I feel very passionate about, helping those who are ready to reconnect with, with like the truth. And I mean, like don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm like blowing my own horn here, like I'm like the prophet that returned to save everyone. None of that crap. It's more like I feel very passionate about helping the world. For me, quite a focus is on temperance energy again. We're aligning to New Earth. If you're watching this, you're aligning to New Earth. If you're open to it, comment with good vibes only. Good vibes abundance. Comment with good vibes abundance. Okay. I mean, I'm cleansing, but I normally see what cards are coming out in any case, and I do it. Knight of Cups in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse. Sometimes, we withhold from ourselves the magic we want to experience because we're afraid. What if it doesn't work out? What if we lose? But the devil energy says, let's go, Get to the little doubting ego mind so that you can shine and you can get your heart's desires and the beautiful things that make you happy. You are born deserving of it. We live in this mind programming that we have to be worthy, of deserving type of thing. But we're born worthy because we're born miracles, You have been chosen, even by your very birth. You may or may not know, and even if you know, it's always such a beautiful reminder for me personally that freedom, claim your freedom, be open to freedom. That when you take a general sort of like, human, interaction that could potentially lead to, natural conception of life, then sending your Reiki healing energy for any part where you need it. There's usually typically about 1 million or almost 1 million sperm cells there. And the female egg chooses who she will connect with. You are chosen by your very nature, by your very being, by your very conception, by your very essence of who you are, your creation, your moment of creation. You were chosen. And we need to remind each other more of who we are as opposed to who we are not. Ascending to the new earth. Kindness is the way. But, and kindness can be a double-edged sword, because sometimes we try to be so kind and so right that we end up being unkind to ourselves. And the thing to remember is that when you are being unkind to yourself, it's a very good thing to practice Ho'oponopono. The prayer, the beautiful Hawaiian prayer. Forgive me. I'm sorry. I love you. Thank you. All right. It's got a deep inner connection that it helps you with, the deep release, so that the universe can bring the solution to you. A powerful thing that I like to do, you don't have to do the same, but something powerful that I like to do is I will write out the prayer, the 4 phrases, and then I will put an ankh next to it, because the ankh is is actually my favorite symbol. And on top of it, I'll put a little smiley face, because that's a collective consciousness that I channel, But you can do it in whichever way, and I like to write it in a mirror because it reflects powerfully back to me, into my life. It's very powerful magic. But you must always be sure that when you practice techniques like this, that you do it from the highest light, only from the greatest of, intentions and all only positive. You never wanna put negative intentions out there intentionally, because it is a way of just creating future problems for yourself. But if you could do it, you can also undo it. All right? And the more we align with love, the more we come together. The thing to understand is, even like if you look at my channel, and you will see that I've done something that I had for, for everything that's happening in Palestine and, at the moment, which is quite horrific. But even with the Ukraine war, how I shifted when I saw that this week I'm in a so much calmer space. I let go so much of what's holding me back. And everything around me is calm and serene, and I realized that I'm living my dream. I spoke about it in the Leo video, Our outer world will always reflect what is happening inside. And a lot of times, it will take you a while to get to the answer. And that is why I always even say that, even myself, I've been a tarot reader for more than 20 years. I practice regression hypnosis, I'm a crystal healer, I'm a Reiki healer, I do in-person healing, distance healing, Reiki massages, psychic development coaching, candle magic, moon magic, all beautiful sort of things, a lot of beautiful things that I do. And meanwhile, I'm learning other things as well. Like I'm a student of the I Ching, and I've been at it for months. But the thing to remember is that the magic is here and now. Don't forget that, and you are the magic of life. Okay? And so is everything and everyone around you. Stop watching the news. All right? When you see the chaos, know that this is part of the shift. It's part of the awakening. The people that are doing the crappy things are giving us the choice to choose differently. So let's not be too quick to judge. The idea is to move into peace. I was listening to Aaron Doughty yesterday, and he had this amazing video on that. It's about moving into peace. It's about moving into consciousness and seeing what's happening and what is transpiring. Because the more we send anger towards the anger, and the more we get sad about it and anxious about it and frustrated about it, the more we actually feed the energy of that which we wish wasn't there. And that helps nobody. This is the time to hold the light. And it starts with yourself first and foremost, grounding. The universe was bringing you in a space to ground. For me, I live in an apartment since I moved, from the country to Cape Town. I live in an apartment and I've got a Jack Russell. So, easily 7 to 8 times a day, I get outside now to take a walk. And that makes me get away from the space. I would always be consistently in the space because I'm happy with my space. And that is how sometimes we can drive ourselves into overdrive by passion. That's something that Mariah Carey spoke about, following her nervous breakdown. She was like, because you're passionate about what you do, you don't always, take the breaks that you need or pay attention to the details that's sometimes important, like your taxes, Let's remember, we are still souls having a human being experience. But when you maintain your peace, we anchor in peace. Send peace into the earth daily. Make it a thing. To send peace, healing energy into the earth with your morning meditation, your evening meditation, afternoon meditation, whenever you do it. Even when you sit in the toilet and you're taking a crap, it's a release of what is no longer serving you positively. You can just as well use that as an intention to release from yourself, from the parts that you're consciously aware of and not consciously a part of, the surface levels and the deeper parts, to release across all dimensions, times and space and possibilities, that which is no longer serving you positively. Anchor that into the earth. This is how you draw yourself into the energy of the new earth. And that is how you become that pillar of light that helps other people to light up. Because when they see your light, something inside of them, that reminder inside of them, remember that, it's this reminder that it's safe for you to wake up. It's safe for you to wake up. It's safe for you to follow your light. All right, that's how we can help each other. I wish you all the best, my beautiful angels, my beautiful cosmic siblings. From my heart, namaste, love and light. Love and light, love and light, love and light.